Oh, maybe not yet. Maybe not. There we go. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a big podcast with my good friend Arya Realty. Arya Realty, we had met about 11 years ago in the world's greatest Air Force, and
You know it.
yeah, we are here to talk about the state of the world. We're here to talk about how we see the country, like as veterans. We're here to talk about our investments, mainly in Earth 2, which is how we kind of started paying attention to one another's investments.
Yeah.
And then obviously their Essence token that just launched. VeVe and OMI, are they competitors? Can they collab? What's going to be the likely scenario from that? And then more. By all means, ask us anything. But first, everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. We will get to the comments eventually. We're just gonna go back and forth for a bit. If you have a super chat, by all means, get that bread, and then we'll answer that quick. So I guess we'll wait as we wait for people to get here. We were just talking about the new Tesla Mezcal. I don't know how to pronounce that alcohol.
Mezcal.
Mezcal.
Yeah. I think it's mezcal. I don't know. I'm not a tequila drinker.
So the original Tesla Tequila we've had, I think that was on our thumbnail for like one of our podcasts.
Yeah, I remember that one. I was drinking it.
That was great. That was so good. That was so smooth.
Yeah.
That was a good time. And then so we had that. Did you order the Tesla Mezcal?
I did not because I should, but I'm not.
You should have. It was gone in 2 hours.
I'm not. I'm not a tequila drinker. It's like I like bourbon, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think whenever we hang out, I think we always get a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue.
Yeah.
And then we sometimes in New York we get like the super expensive stuff that is like so worth it though. Some of that's so good. Some of it is eh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You ever go to whiskey night in New York City?
We should. I mean, I'm kind of far from New York City, but I can make a trip.
Same. I'm like 2 hours away.
Yeah, I think we're equally.
I've been in Ohio like the last 3 months. I've been back here for like almost a week now.
Yeah.
I will go back again. I'm doing a bunch of stuff. Really just setting up just a crypto fund and just taking on investors to do that. You have not taken on any investors, correct? Because you have been you mostly have mostly just your own capital. I think you got.
Yeah.
Last bull market was very good to you.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that. It kind of goes in my mind like every so often. It's like, oh, should I do that or not? Because I do pretty good for myself, but I don't know. I just like to be stress free. I kind of like just make my own money, do my own thing, and then I don't have to worry about other people and stuff. It's like, but I should make a company or something like that, and then I just go back and forth. But there's a lot of stress. What if I like lose people's money, and then what if I don't think properly? I'm like, well, I don't want to lose their money, and so it's like I get too worried.
That's fair. Typically with I forget what typically the rates are when you have a fund, unless you like know the person or unless you know the people that are like investing and you cut them a deal. Yep. Usually the rates are 2 and 20. So you get 2% up front, 20% of the profits. And if you have I don't say anything less than 100K. Maybe if it's like I knew the person. Yeah. So that's fine for most people that have money that they know crypto is a really good bet, but they just don't have time to go into each project because there's 12,000 cryptos, 14,000 cryptos.
There's so many.
Yeah, it's like impossible.
Yeah.
Obviously there are safe ones. Like I know you really like Matic. Obviously like Bitcoin and ETH. We all like those. What are outside of Essence? Because we'll get to that. What are your other micro cap picks that you like? Stuff that maybe not in the top 100, but are really good.
Micro cap's kind of hard because it's so volatile and so crazy that it can either moon or it can like not do anything. So it's hard to guess a micro cap. I mean, my top 3 that I hold. Well, I guess my top 4 because I have a crap load of Essence and like ESS crypto. But the other top 3, I just stick with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Those are my top 3.
Okay.
And then for like micro caps, I do have strong conviction in a lot of different things. Essence is going to do well. I think Wilder World will do well. That token. but that's I don't know. That's been tanking too. It's at like 50 cents, but I think that's just a good entry point for that because I've
Is
met
this Predict?
yeah. Is that what?
Sleepy Diamond. I don't know who. I don't think I've ever seen Sleepy Diamond rank. So I think this is one of Predict. Predict has like
Could be
multiple different YouTube names. So,
but,
well, shout out to that. Gifting 10 memberships. Thank you. Whoever you are, Sleepy Diamond Ring, we love you. Okay, so yeah, Solana. Oh God, that one. I know that originally did like a 10x, and then stuff went down, and then back up. I don't know where that is now. What are for Solana? I know that every now and then it kind of crashes. Have they fixed that, or is that something that's just going to be an ongoing problem because so many people use that network?
Yeah, I used to be a bear against Solana, I guess, because they would go down, and then I think it was garbage and stuff. But then I actually got into it, and I started trading meme coins and stuff.
Oh, let's go over that. Meme coins, yeah.
And yeah, the transaction fees are just like 2 cents or something, and it's super quick. So I'm like, oh my god! And there's smart people who actually back Solana. So I'm like, I gotta be. I guess I'm wrong. So I got into it. I didn't get into it at like $10 or anything, but I think I'd be around. I think that'll go up to 300, 500,000, something like that.
I really like how, and this is why I'm super comfortable having all of these conversations with you, whether it's Earth 2's Essence versus VeVe and OMI, whether it's politics or whatever, because you have a position and you're smart enough to know that, hey, this is my position based on the evidence that I've seen. But if other really smart people like myself have a different position of things that maybe I haven't thought of, you'll change your mind because that makes sense. So shout out to you for that. And shout out to Bill Darna. E2 to
a lot of people just they're stuck in their ways and they will not change.
Yeah. So I really like.
Who's that man?
Oh yeah, who is that? I really like things that are cheap, like anything on ETH, which is why I wish Essence was on something, even if it was an ETH layer 2, even if it was like Immutable X, or if it was like just anything else. I just, it's hard for people to go in, and because not everybody has tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars to just throw at something.
Yeah.
And some people are just buying in clips of like $50, $100 at a time, and when a third of that goes to gas fees, it's really hard. So I do like Base. Like Omi just went onto Base. That's really cool. Base has a ton of meme coins. Did you get into Brett?
What's that?
Did you get into Brett, the meme coin?
I see that all the time. Brett is one I do not own. I do own a lot of meme coins, but I don't own Brett. I don't know. I could be wrong or whatever. But I have enough meme coins. I can't over diversify myself. I'm just gonna lose money.
Especially with memes. I mean, it's fun now because it's meme coin season. So if you have something like Brett or Brett's girlfriend Britt that they made,
is that a new one?
Dude, I don't remember the name of this, but do you remember the lady that's like, and then the cat that's like,
yeah, that one, yeah.
So that lady is like made her own meme coin, and like everyone's like getting pumped on that now, and I don't even remember what it's called. I usually don't do meme coins unless like I'm in some way helping Bill, like it was like 4chan or like Decat or whatever. I don't really do them because it's so hard to see who's behind, and you have pump and dumps. But that lady seems pretty legit. She seems like it's
there's 2 coins, or maybe just there's 2 coins that I will put money into. High risk, probably gonna lose all my money, and if you mess with me, you probably lose all your money. But there's 2 meme coins going into the U.S. election I think would do well, and that would be a Trump. I think it's MAGA. I think the ticker is MAGA.
Oh yeah, I've heard of MAGA. I see a lot of people post about it.
Yeah, and then Bowden instead of Biden, Bowden. Those 2. Okay. So like you're going to election, I believe, since they're political, they're gonna go up in price, or they'll tank and I'll lose all my money. I don't know. But
yeah, I've seen people behind, but I don't know who's behind them. And again, a lot of these are, pumpamentals are temporary, and you could make a lot on pumpamentals. Mm-hmm. But the fundamentals are forever, and most meme coins don't have that. But that being said, obviously, you can make a ton of money on meme coins. A bunch of people already have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like those. So speaking of MAGA, we'll get into this. I don't know. We should get into this now. Or we should get into this. There's like 134 people here. I feel like if we go politics real quick, we might lose some. So we'll get to the the Earth 2 and Essence right now. Crazy Dan 420, thank you for being a member. Like Earth 2 and ESS are going to melt some faces. Future's looking bright for me. I believe so too. I think people right now that are in this microcosm of, hey, we've been in Earth 2, we know what's coming, and it is going to melt faces. But at first glance, like their introduction wasn't like a grand opening, and people are very underwhelmed that like, hey, the volume was here and it's been going down, and the price is much less than we thought.
That's just natural.
Agreed.
Yeah,
and I feel like people aren't looking at the fact that these things take time, and once you get some people talking about the token or the metaverse, again, the narrative right now is meme coins, and once that narrative switches to the metaverse, Earth 2 has the prettiest metaverse, not including like the what's that game that Shane bought that they're gonna release like for
drone.
Yeah, drone.
Yep.
I would say we'll get to the comparison between Essence and OMI, but right now I don't have a lot. I have like I have 42,000, and then I actually bought some on the on Coinbase wallet. You can buy it. Have you bought any while it's down here? Or are you just holding your bag because you have a ton?
Yeah, yeah, it's one of my best investments that I've done actually. So
I actually have 47,000 because I have 42,000 on the app, and I got 5,000 on the little on the.
There you go.
Yeah, and I'll get more
on X, Twitter. So make sure to follow me, Arya Realty, on X. I'm either on YouTube or X. I'm active on some platform. And I was like, oh, it's on Coinbase wallet now. So that's actually, I prefer that way more than MetaMask.
Yeah. We have another thing. Bill Gardner saying $4 Essence out the gate at launch. That's true. I didn't even go over that. We will get there again. There was a couple of sales for Essence at the $4 mark, but unfortunately the chart doesn't show it. It happened so quick, and then which would happen with OMI. OMI's chart only shows from like 2021 and beyond, not knowing that it was there for like 2 years prior. You have probably one of the largest bags in the world of Essence, and I don't know if we've gone over this. We'll have a question. We'll get into it now. He's going to watch the stream tomorrow, but he's saying a price prediction for Essence. You previously stated that you had the idea of it reaching 89, but that was when we thought we would have like a $5 billion total circulating supply, fully diluted. Now it's actually only 1 billion. There's only like a fifth of that. So now what do you think the price could be, seeing that it's down here at around 11 cents, seeing that we have 150,000 users each month? What are your predictions now? How's that changed?
For my prediction of Essence, I would say that probably still with the same prices ish, but like $89 when I said that back in the video. I said that is only matching the market cap of the other virtual real estate companies, kind of like Sandbox, Decentraland, and stuff like that. It's only matching that, and that was in the last cycle. So $89 is not something crazy to think about. It could be more than that, because now Bitcoin is like higher or the same price as it was when it was surging back in 2021, and it's just going to go higher. A lot of predictions out there thinking Bitcoin's going to be 150,000, 500,000, even probably more than that. So if that goes higher, and Ethereum, which is like going to be higher to like 20K or something like that. Well, Earth 2 Essence is on the Ethereum blockchain, so that's going to be higher. And a lot of people don't know the parabolic exponential gains of what this can do, or what cryptocurrency can do. So at 12 cents right now, a couple of years from now or something, you're like, oh my God, it was 12 cents at one point. Now it's like, $100 or something.
Yeah.
So I think it could be over 100 possibly, if it gets the right traction and the right, people watching it, and, huge crypto content creators and stuff talking about it, then it'll just go straight up.
I agree 100%. I'm not sure originally I had made this comparison for VeVe and OMI, because, VeVeverse is coming out supposedly later this year, but they've been saying that for like 3 years now. So we don't know. But you have if you take a look at, so Sandbox's Sand and Decentraland's Mana last bull market at the peak, it didn't sustain this for very long, but it did have multiple trading days like this, where it was up to $9 and $10 billion respectively, or each. So that's total about 19 billion, and obviously it had a bit more users last time. I don't think it ever had what Earth 2 has, but right now the monthly active wallets for Sandbox or for Decentraland is 200, and for Sandbox is 750. That's not like per day, that's per month.
Yeah.
And right now, even though you say, okay, well, you're taking the users now and comparing it to the market cap that it had. Okay, well, the market cap that they currently have is about $1 billion each. And you have right now, you have Earth 2 with 150,000 monthly active wallets, which is just absolutely destroys the 750 and the 200 that Decentraland have by a long shot. And then you have the monthly volume. Now for Decentraland, it's not bad. $140,000 in monthly NFT volume. For Sandbox is 500,000. For Ecomi and VeVe, that's like in the millions. But we have skins right now. We were talking about this in Discord before we came on. We don't really have a ton of we have the eggs. We have the official Earth 2 trading cards on Wax that me and you are both on, which is really cool. But I wish it wasn't on Wax. Wax is such a crap chain. But right now, I think that because if we're super conservative and we say that the amount of users maybe doesn't necessarily correlate to the amount of money that comes in, even though I think it will, if we just say combined, we could do double of what Sand and Mana did last cycle.
Yep.
Which would be, let's say it was 19, but so that'd be about 38 billion, right? So we currently have a $38 million market cap for Earth 2's Essence.
Yeah.
So if you do the math, how do you get 38 billion? Okay, well, you how many times do you have to multiply that? That's 1,000x. So 1,000x from here. So if you have $1,000 in right now, if your net worth in E2 is $1,000,
yep.
Well, 1,000x is $1 million. For somebody that has $10,000 worth, obviously that's 10 million. You have 100,000, you have $100 million worth. I think you have more than $100,000 worth of Essence right now. If you don't, and again, this is conservative numbers.
Yep.
If you don't sell, there's a very real possibility you're worth 9 figures in the next 12 to 18 months.
And that's why I'm not selling, because when Essence came out and it was like, oh, whatever, it dropped. I'm like, no, it didn't. I mean, this is people like, it's going to be a cent, it's going to be a penny. I'm like, no, it started at 10 times that. Now it's 12 cents or 11 cents or whatever it is at right now. And this is, I think this is bottom or close to the bottom. It's going to go crazy up. It's going to shoot past $1.
Oh, dude, I don't want to be that guy. I hope it goes down more. I do not have as much as I want. Now, I will be getting a bunch, and after whatever happens after I get a bunch in the next couple weeks will happen. It could go down to 6 cents, 5 cents, or whatever it's at in the next 2 weeks, unless it does like a 5x from here. I'll be buying a lot, probably like 6 figures worth. If you want to do an OTC deal, let me know. If you want to just take a little off the top. I mean, you're already in profit. Like without this even launching, you're already in profit. So
I mean, hundreds of thousands. So yeah.
So you could try Chavez a little bit.
I just got the feeling when I originally saw Earth 2, I got the same feeling I did from when I was invested in like Tesla hardcore back in like 2012, 2015. I'm like, that is the best car on the market. That's gonna do crazy. That's gonna change the world. Everybody's gonna be driving that thing. And now look at the stock in the company. So I got the same thing with Earth 2. And then look what happened to that. So it's not even done yet. Like the crypto is only like a week old. Just wait. Diamond hands, guys.
But yeah, 38 billion. I also think for a metaverse, especially this one, I think that. I'm not gonna say that's low, but I think in comparison to what it could be if things really pop off, and because you have Bitcoin, I think will likely reach between 400,000 and 500,000 in by 2025, at some point in 2025.
Yeah.
I think you go on and get, so that'd be what, like a $10 trillion market cap, give or take. I think you can go on and you can get a big bubble, because now you have companies that are doing what Michael Saylor does. I thought Michael Saylor would be the only one doing this forever because he's a little insane. But now it seems that that's becoming the standard of whatever holdings you have, you take out debt based on the holdings, and then you just buy more Bitcoin. If I were to do that, I would buy something with a little more gains, but it seems that other companies are doing that now, and I think you can get that bubble. What happens to other projects on, obviously if Bitcoin goes to 10 trillion, I don't think ETH is just going to stand at like 500 billion or a trillion. I think that goes to multiple trillions as well. I think it's very reasonable that a decent amount of companies in the top 10, those tokens, they could get to almost $1 trillion or above $1 trillion market caps. Am I saying that Earth 2 is going to reach $1 trillion market cap? No. But could it reach 100 billion? I think it could. And in that case, you might have like $250 million if that's happening.
Yeah. I'm the next roaring kitty. Roaring. I can't even talk today. I'm the crypto guy. I'm the crypto Keith Gill. How about that?
Sleepy Diamond Ring says Essence going 1000x when they see how advanced Dino AI inside E2 V1. Imagine getting haunted by AI NPC Archiak. Okay, all right, you're not predict. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is, yeah, goddamn.
Do you know that I was actually kind of like thinking when I'm a big Bitcoin guy actually, because I just love what it is. And I was thinking because Ethereum was kind of lagging behind, and I was like, oh, is this really gonna, is Solana gonna take over Ethereum? And then all of a sudden, they got the Ethereum ETF, and then the whole thing like almost doubled. It pretty much took on the entire market cap of Solana within like a couple of days. And I was like, oh, Ethereum's back.
Yeah. I'm kind of an ETH maxi myself. Everything's built on there. Like the only thing that I think, well, not the only thing, but one of the things that I think is being disrupted by is Devi. And I think I might have mentioned this in the Discord the other day when people were like, what else do you hold? Devi, I've had the CEO on the podcast, and I just talked to one of the other co-founders yesterday. So their blockchain, Devio, it can do 8 million transactions per second.
Yeah.
So having 8 million TPS is something that nobody can even come close to. And they've been doing this for years now. They've just only started to market. So they've been on the podcast. They have gaming on there. Their amount of daily active users just like quadrupled over the last couple of days since they come on the podcast and they started advertising.
Yeah.
Is there any sleepers that you see outside of Devi, because I just mentioned that, that you see that can become a dark horse in the top 20 or top 10 that nobody's looking at yet because of what they can do?
See, that's hard. That's hard to guess, actually. I don't think I know any that would be like, oh, that's going to do well. At least not right now. I mean, if I do see something, I'm like, that's going to be amazing. You'll probably see it on my X or my Twitter, or probably make a video about it. But I think pretty much as long as you invest in something that is quality, it's going to pump. Everything is going to pump within the next 12 months, 18 months or something. Everything's going to go straight up, including Essence. So that's why I'm holding. I'm definitely not selling Essence at these levels because I don't care. I mean, it can go to zero for all I care. I mean, I could actually take out all my Essence and make like 100 grand or something, just like a cash or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then, I could travel the world, or I could start a business or a restaurant or something. But no, I'm holding because
you'd be such a silly goose if you sold right now. Dude, if you take a bunch of drugs and you call me up and it's like, I need to sell, I'll do it already. Because but trying to buy on this market, you can probably do like maybe 10 grand at a time without really pumping it. But after a certain time, there's not a lot of sale volume. Like the liquidity pool isn't crazy right now. It'll get bigger as time goes on, and we'll get more exchanges.
Yeah.
But right now, it'll just be a little frustrating to try to buy 100K worth. Donkey Memer says, "Can we see Arya's abs? You don't have. You should charge for that.
I should.
Yeah. So don't. Maybe if he super chats us a lot. I mean, you're not going to see any of that, but Thank you, Sleepy Diamond, for gifting some of these memberships. You are Bay. This is why you're Bay. We got Pamela saying, "Sup, Wolfpack, Wolf, Wolf,
Wolfpack."
Love the Wolfpack. Mo Collections, thank you for being a member. Lord of the Realm, thank you for being a member as well. Hey, Peck mate. Yeah, so you have let's plug your video here. You got a video coming out on Monday.
Yeah.
Or maybe did I just spoil that? Should I understand?
I will not give a deadline of Monday.
Okay.
I do that all the time. We're like, yeah, I'm moving, video coming out, and then I get super busy or something like that. So I'm kind of like Shane. I shouldn't have put deadlines on things. But no, it's I'm working on it right now, so it'll probably be next week, but probably Monday. I don't know. I'm putting a lot of stuff into it. So yeah.
All right, cool beans. Hi from Germany, Hamburg. Oh, well, thank you, Mashi. Mashi, this is architecture, history, art, world of women? Is that a World of Women NFT? I haven't, outside of VeVe and OMI, I don't really have any NFT. I have a couple. I have Feesh. I have a couple of other things that people give to me. I don't know. I didn't know if that was like a June, what's this, Gay Pride Month? I know. There's dude, the state of the world is wild right now. What's up, Ambulance Camping? What do you think about Trump being a felon? Has that affected your view on him? Is it just a circus that they had, a circus courtroom, or is it something that might have some teeth to it?
I think that's hard to be political because everybody has their own views. So we say something and then we're going to lose followers or views or something like that. So I do have my own personal opinions, but I can understand what other people think too as well. But for me, I think it's a lot of crazy stuff going on. I don't know how. Let me just say that for the jury, I don't know how 100% of people are all unanimous, like to whatever happened to his court case. That's a little weird, but hey, whatever. And I think it just helps his election even further.
Dude, I don't know what the Democrats were thinking when they tried to go and do this, because one of two things is going to happen. Either he was going to be found innocent, and then he would just be like, the memes be like, can't touch this, and then you couldn't take him down. And then the other thing, which wound up did happen, is they found him guilty, and the guilty verdict is just the way in which they went about that. And I'll get to that in a second. Just want to get to predict my future. Say, let's go. Good to see it. Predict, when are we hanging out? I feel like she's like the Earth 2 version of Sarah, where like she talks to us all the time. I just tease, yeah, we'll hang out. We just never hang out.
We gotta go to Canada.
I'm game. I'll fly to you because I refuse to drive in Jersey anymore, and then I'll take a thing from like a small like Farmingdale or MacArthur Airport to Atlantic City. We'll be in Atlantic City for a while, and then we'll go to Predict.
There we go.
And then we'll go back to Atlantic City.
Yes. Just came back from Vegas.
Oh yeah, you're in Vegas.
Timing. I had amazing time actually, but it was a horrible timing because everybody wanted me to go live and cover everything, and I couldn't. But I wanted to so bad. If I was at home, oh my god.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you were there. I saw some pics. So in this, like I said, this kangaroo court, typically what happens is that if a juror is like clearly biased, the judge can be like, you're biased, you're out. But then if there are, I think each side gets like 4 or 8 people that they can go and say they're not clearly biased, but they're, definitely leaning towards one way. And the judge was very good at saying, hey, you're clearly biased, you're for Trump, let's get you out. But the judge had never gone on and did the opposite of saying like, hey, you're biased against Trump, let's get you out of here, forcing the Trump side to get those people out using their bid. And then it just became like a fully stacked bench for Biden against Trump. Yeah. And I think the judge's daughter was doing like a campaign thing, making money like with Biden. And it's like, oh, dude, like this is so. But again, that calculus of now they found him guilty, and then his donation website literally crashed because so many people were going, and they raised like 57 million in a day. I hope he does another NFT. He has like $10 million in his crypto wallet because he takes crypto donations now. Have you donated to political candidates before? And did you donate in crypto or was it fiat?
I've not donated towards any candidates because I don't know. I can't really move the needle. What, I'm gonna give you like $1 million and it's not even gonna do anything because we have millions already. So I just let Elon and stuff do that. I'll just keep my money and just keep investing in
it. Carlos Castro saying, what are your thoughts on Putin's threat to Eastern European countries? If it was a real threat, would we go back? Would World War III veteran has a really nice ring to it, but if I can quote Captain Barbossa from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, like, it's not something I'm willing to die for. So, your thoughts?
That's crazy. You have a crazy time. It's yeah. I hear that Texas is actually going to try to start another stock trading New York Stock Exchange, but like another stock exchange within the United States. For Texas. And so I don't know if I can say that word on YouTube because you probably get demonetized. But a sea war.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, so it seems like I think it's Washington and Oregon that there are some parts of one of the states that is very like red, whereas I think it's Washington. That in general Washington I think is very blue, but there are certain parts of it that want to go to like Oregon, and the blue part of the state is like, yeah, get out, we don't want you, and then Oregon is like, yeah, we'll take the conservative. So it's I think if people get those, I think more of those, if that gets affirmed, I think more of that might start to happen. I don't know in which way. It seems like a lot of people from California and New York move to Florida and Texas. You see that in the Census Bureau, where every 10 years Texas gets a little more electoral votes. Need to get back to the water slide with Charlie. Is that I don't get that reference. Is that a reference that I'm not getting? Is that a E2? Oh, all right, got it. Hello, Angela Clark. How's it going? Yeah. The no cue. Remember where you were when you heard about E2? I do remember where I was. I was driving back from New Jersey to Long Island, and then an Arya Realty video pops up on YouTube. He hadn't made a video in months. What the heck is it? He didn't like call me before he made the video, be like, hey, bro, get into Earth 2 before I drop this video. He fucking made me like listen to it with everyone else on the ride home. I was like, what the F is this? And I'm in my mattress bed, and I'm just like trying to buy, because like I think New York was already like $1 at that point. And I was like, okay.
I'm a part-time YouTuber. I make videos because I want to, or I see something amazing. I'm not going to just make videos just to make a video, So that's the difference between a content creator has 1 million subs and me, because it's like they're doing it for money. I'm doing it for like, this is going to happen. This is going to be a real thing.
Yeah. So I'm trying to buy like Brazil and India, which turned out to be great. Like if I didn't do I was in the middle trying to pay off this giant Pokemon card. I was in the middle of that deal. If I wasn't in that, I likely would have put, same as you, like 50K in. And I likely would have been bananas. But I didn't. But it's fine. I made a lot of money with that Pokemon card. But yeah, I would have a lot more essence now if I had done that.
I told you to get in.
Memer, well done. Gracias. $4 was 2 buys before the liquidity was injected, then 3 more at $1.87. Real prices are when liquidity was put in. Oh, okay. So it was a little different. Well, now we have, I don't know what the record is now. I think there was a couple of people that have put in, thousands of dollars. It was at these prices. It was at like 13, 15 cents, whatever.
Yeah, there's a couple whale buys. A lot of money. So
yeah. All right. So you have been asked a couple of times to dig into VeVe and OMI. Do you have any questions prepared, or just off the top of your head?
Oh, yeah. It's for like OMI.
Hi, Obi Kenobi.
A lot of people ask, what would outperform or perform at all? Dig, because it's going straight down. Get it? But what's going to perform better? It's going to perform Essence or OMI. I think Essence is going to do better because OMI, they had their rush. They had their pump. Everybody knew about it. They had their viral trend back in 2021 or whatever. And then OMI had their pump to whatever it was, the highest point of it.
Yeah, it was like 1.2, 1.4 cents.
Yeah. And then after that, it kind of crashed down like any other crypto. Essence and Earth 2 did not have that yet. Their crypto is only a week old, so they are still waiting for their first pump. So I think it's going to go straight up past $1, probably even higher than that. So
yeah. I mean, nothing goes up in a straight line. It'll have pumps, it'll retrace, and et cetera.
Yep.
So if we go and we take a look at, I think we have to take a look at it as probabilities of what's the probability of just the company surviving.
Mm-hmm.
I think that since both companies have been, VeVe and OMI have been in 2 bear markets before, but Earth 2 has survived this bear market. And VeVe has had FUD campaigns against it, but it was nothing like Earth 2. Everyone with
crazy
hundreds of thousands, some even with millions of followers telling everyone Earth 2 is a scam.
Yep.
Now, granted, they were going and they were talking about news that was like months old at the time they made the video. They just didn't dig deep into the project. But I would say survivability for both companies are 98 to 99%.
Yep.
So they'll both do that. Now, what are the odds of them going, not parabolic, but going to where they should be valued?
Mm-hmm.
For VeVe, and it's 2 separate things, because VeVe right now is more of just a digital collectibles platform. And Metaverse has not yet launched.
Yeah.
There's really no land sales. There might be at some point once we get a little more regulatory clarity. Earth 2 has also been very conscious, and that's why they didn't launch in a bear market, their token, because they know that would just have a negative effect on it. That's why they are going to be very cautious about exchanges, because exchanges can go down. Like they likely won't be on Binance or Coinbase, because Binance just paid $4 billion to the SEC. Coinbase is in an active lawsuit against the SEC. But if they both go to where I think they should be valued, what I was talking about before, OMI would likely have a 200, maybe 300x from here, maybe 400x. But Earth 2, in that fairly conservative state of where it probably should go, it is 1,000x.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I think it probably should go. I don't think it should have $100 billion market cap, but because crypto is an inaccurate weighing machine, I think it's too undervalued down here. So the pendulum's playing one way of being undervalued, and I think it'll overcompensate and not just go to where it should be valued, but it'll go way above and beyond. So that $100 billion market cap for Essence, again, when that metaverse narrative hits, I think the 1,000x could be writ small by the hype and green candles we get in green candles, and it could be like a 2,000, 2,500x, which is absolutely insane. So,
and it's super quality too, because if you don't already know who I am or whatnot, I have live streams of me actually playing their virtual world that's coming out in San Francisco at GDC 2024. Live streams on my channel, Arya Realty. Go check it out and subscribe. But but I was actually playing it, and it has a lot of it's pre-alpha access, and it's still amazing looking. It is super polished and quality. I can't imagine what the final product's going to look like, but it kind of like reminds me almost like Fortnite almost a little bit, or even GTA 6 or SimCity. You kind of put that all together. I'm like,
well, GTA 6, I feel like is never coming out because every single video on TikTok, every wild story I see of like, oh, dude, there was this one TikTok of, you ever go on Reddit and look at like AITI, like Am I the Asshole subreddit? Yeah. I won't go super into what it was, but this dude played the long game, and there was someone that really messed with him hardcore when he was like 21. Now that he's like 45, 46, boink that person's daughter. Like now that she's like 21. Anyway, I get every single popular video on TikTok is like, got this before GTA 6. So I just feel like that means like Essence launched before GTA 6. Would you have ever thought?
Yeah, that's nuts. I hear that GTA 6 is going to have a cryptocurrency element to it. I don't know how true
I think yes, I think so.
Yeah.
What engine can Earth 2 be compared? Because it's like its own engine, right? It's not like
it's its own.
It's not like Unity. It's not like Unreal Engine 5.
What Shane said at GDC 2024 in San Francisco, that it's its own what's the word? Proprietary. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I've been talking way long today. Its own proprietary engine on Unity. So
okay,
it's on top of an engine.
Okay, so it likely could be interoperable with the VeVeVerse, and then also Disney had bought in 1.5 billion into Epic, which does Fortnite, their Metaverse. I think that's on Unity as well. So Earth 2 could actually have a couple big partnerships right out the gate with that, because as long as it was the same engine, the interoperability should be very easy. It should just be plugging in certain things, and that'll be fine. Big A says Arya price prediction video claim should open up minimum $8. Someone in the comments asked what if it opens around 10 cents. That only people who don't understand markets would say that. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that what you probably meant was only people who don't understand markets would sell at 10 cents. But don't let me put words in your mouth.
Yeah, it's more like top of the bull market when everything's surging and people know Earth 2 and stuff like that, that it's not going to be 10 cents. It's going to be its real price over $1, $5, $10 or whatever, because nobody really knows what it is yet.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
See, they'll trade them only for Essence. I can't sell my. If I'm not selling my OMI at like 002, I'm not selling it at 00048. I like the stock. Oh, is that a Roaring Kitty reference?
That is. That's gonna be me with Earth 2 when it's like $100, $500.
All right. So what's going on? Because I know like last week or 2 weeks ago, GameStop got destroyed, and now it's like, oh, well, I haven't checked it. What's been going on with that? I think you know more than me on this.
Yeah. He's pretty much just like pumping it through X. And he's pumping it on YouTube. I honestly thought it wasn't him. I thought they sold the account or something like that. And people are manipulating the markets so they can make money. But apparently I stand corrected because it looks like it was really him. So I was actually kind of shocked.
So over the last 5 days, it was $40, and then it was $28, and then it was $60, and now it's back down to $27.
Yep.
This is wild. Over the last month, it was $10, $50. $18, $45, now that's $28. There's a bunch of people that are like swing trading this and making a killing.
Yeah,
I don't really swing trade.
I think it was if it went up to like $60 or something, like Roaring Kitty would be a billionaire. Like that's nuts. That's how crazy it is.
Hard to compare previous expectations. It's going to fit perfectly. Yeah. This is going to go pretty well. What was 53 days? What were we talking about 20 minutes ago? Forget what we were talking about.
This is what I think.
Yeah.
With OMI and Essence, people are going to go to Essence and Earth 2 because it's new. It's a new shiny toy, so everybody's going to go flock into it, and it looks gorgeous. I can't see people going back to an old toy. How do they go back to OMI? Like it's like an older thing.
Oh, that's easy. I mean there's two reasons. If we're going to use the analogy of old toy, if you've ever, me as a veterinarian assistant for like 9 years before I joined the military, one of the fun things to do with dogs that I'd tell people is like, hey, have like a rotation of toys. Have like these 3 toys, put them away for a month, give them new toys, and then bring that old toy back. And the dog's like, oh my God, I remember this toy. Because they're like toddlers. They don't have.
I'll give you that.
But also, again, it's about the narrative. Memecoins hit like every year, but now like the last couple months, it's been Memecoin City. Pretty much as long as it's not like a rug pull, a bunch of Memecoins that gain traction. Now, obviously, out of the thousands of Memecoins that there are, only a few hit, only a few make it big, and even less actually stay there. For every Dogecoin or Shiba Inu or Pepe, there is 1,000 other ones that didn't make it or had a run up. People made money. people walk to the top and then just, they lost their shirt. But again, it's because they've survived. This is their second bear market they've survived. The digital collectibles narrative is not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. That digital collectibles narrative will only get stronger. You only have about 5% of people in the world that are in crypto. Granted, 50 million of those people are in the US, but only 5% in the world have that. And it is fairly, not sure, it's a fairly nascent space. And more people are going to get in as time goes on. And it's not like, not only are they the most successful digital collectibles platform in the world, but it's not like they're in a space where, oh, I have Dino bots and these other people have caveman bots, and Dino bots are just, the superior narrative. Why meme coins are so successful, some of them, is because you don't have to understand anything about, you don't have to understand fundamentals. You just have to understand hype and buy green candles.
Yeah.
The VeVe app with the OMI token is one step away from that, where you don't really have to be into finance to get like, hey, this is the first appearance of Superman on the blockchain, first appearance of Spider-Man, Mickey Mouse, etc. That is something that is very easy to get. Is it as simple to get as a meme coin? No, but does it have the IP that makes it more recognizable and safer? Absolutely. We were talking in the Discord about a potential partnership with E2 and VeVe and the ways that could be really good. I think that'd be good for, well, let's get your opinions on how that could be good or bad for both Earth2 and VeVe if they decided to have some type of partnership.
I mean, that's a good question. I think, I always think of it like two big companies actually merged. I think they'd do all right, because all it does is just bring more communities to both communities. So it would just bring more people in to both that. But I don't know. I mean, they're both strong companies, and they both kind of get they have their love and their criticism stuff. So it'd probably be a good family if they actually like talk to each other. But I think they're two different type of companies. It's like you guys like OMI and stuff. It's like, yeah, Marvel and Spider-Man and stuff like that. And then Earth2, not that at all. It's just kind of like this open, seamless world where everybody's gonna, party and stuff. Almost kind of like another Sim City or something. So they're almost kind of like two different worlds. Kind of, it's hard to apples and oranges, maybe. I don't know.
So when I had brought it up, Predict had succinctly said, in one way that I think that could be true, the partnership could be good. But then she says in another way, it might not be great, because I have confidence in Shane, and I wouldn't want him to give up 50% of the power and decision-making in that position. And I agree 100%. I don't think anyone else can run E2 like Shane can. Mm-hmm. I think maybe if you could put it like eventually when he sells and he gets, or maybe he just puts in a CEO and he hires him from somewhere, and then he goes into like chairman or whatever position. If there's some people that can run E2 in maybe certain ways that are better, I think right now that would be severely counterbalanced with the ways that they just don't understand the community. Maybe just because they're really great at running a company doesn't mean that they're good at balancing crypto on top of that. But just because you go in and have a partnership doesn't mean that you have to necessarily sell. I think that they can just do a thing where they can become interoperable, where E2 can like get that access to that IP, and they can cross-pollinate all of the active users, which I think VeVe has right now maybe like 15 to 17,000 monthly active users. Yeah. So it's only about 10% of what Earth2 has. But still, they spend a lot of money. There's a lot of whales in there.
That is true. That's true.
And by 6 figures started at this price, he's what, $450 listen to his wallet. So I did say if it was around 10 cents, I would. I don't know if I said if it was around 10 cents or it was 10 cents, but either way, I have there's a big amount of money coming in that I will certainly go in and use towards E2 in the next couple of weeks. Could I sell any one of my other bags for it? Sure. I mean, one of the bigger bags, I guess, would be Dfinity, where Dfinity has, Big A has seen one of my wallets with one of my holdings of Dfinity.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've ever talked to you about that. Did I?
I don't think you did actually. No, not yet.
I've had the CEO on the podcast a couple times. He's insane. He's incredibly smart.
Nice.
He's not just somebody that had an idea and just was in crypto and now is trying to get into banking. He was in the banking industry for like 20 years. And so he knows all of these regulations. He's about to, I don't know how much I can say, but basically what he's doing is he's allowing a bunch of these banking institutions in Europe to go in and have access to crypto in a very safe way. And he's basically walking them through it, taking their hands. So he's got a AA partnership. The partnership with a bank that's AA rated, and that's one of the partnerships. There's multiple other partnerships that's going on with them. So I got a decent amount of that fairly early. And could I go on and take some profit in there and put that into E2? Sure. And then I could rebuy that Dfinity when that big money comes in. But as of right now, I also think that Dfinity can do a 100 to 1,000x from here. And because that's not necessarily going to need a narrative to pump, where Earth 2, I think, will. Once that metaverse narrative hits, it goes crazy. But until then, we could trade sideways until that happens. It's much safer to go in and wait for new money to come in so I could put that into Earth 2, as opposed to trading out from one position to another, creating a taxable event, which I don't want to do. So that's kind of my answer to that.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and call me pussy. It would be like, hey.
No, I would never do that. This guy right here, he's not going to do it. He's going to do it not even once, but it's going to be twice. He's going to miss Earth 2 the first time. He's going to miss Earth 2 the second time because he's not buying Essence.
Yeah, always gotta get more Essence. In Arya's price prediction video, oh yeah, I feel like Kevin's had to ask this like multiple times.
He's like spamming that or something.
Yeah. So $4 start the pool, such a bad decision. Everybody feeling a 1% pool means we're stuck with it. Everything else went way smoother than I expected. Yeah, to each their own.
Yep.
Oh, both these since 3 years. Thank you, Mashi.
Yeah.
Translated by 6 years at the start. Yep. Kevin, is Kevin just a bot that was repeating everything that everyone else says?
Probably.
I think he is. Yeah, he says Kevin Fudbot. No fun. Just 100% Sleepy Diamond Ring. Gonna hodl. What's up? Predict my future. Let's go. Oh, I love you so much. She's so great.
Great.
Sans Roaring Kitty. Yeah. Only price recoverable. 100%.
I would say Essence.
Yeah.
And ticker S. Look it up on CoinGecko or
ESS.
I see that having more utility than OMI. I don't see the utility with OMI. And I have some of your followers or our followers that have sold their OMI and bought Essence. They joined the Arya team.
So I guess we could go over that. So you have the Essence token will be used. I mean, they already had a utility before they even launched. People use their Essence to craft jewels. They use their I'm fairly certain hundreds of thousands of Essence, if not like 1 million or so, has been ultimately destroyed because people were using that to just shard jewels.
Yep.
And I think you could have used that for, was it Mentars or
something like that?
What was the thing that you could use?
EPLs.
EPL. And Shane even gave that prediction, like, hey, we don't know what it's going to be priced at yet. So, don't go crazy with it. But people did. So yes, it has already had 2 of those utilities. It'll get more when you can. Well, tell us about the utilities that we're going to get. Like you could be able to upgrade your property. You'll be able to go in and can you buy land with Essence or not yet?
I have not bought any Essence yet because.
Or can you buy land with Essence?
I don't think you can. No, can you?
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think you can.
That might make a security type of issue. Yeah. I think that's why. But what are the other things that can you upgrade your land?
The land upgrades are coming soon-ish or something like that. Yeah. So, yeah, I think CEO Shane always says that's going to be a thing, but it's not live yet.
Okay, so the 2 that we still have, you can do the EPLs and you can do the jewel sharding, and then you'll be able to go in and upgrade your land, and probably I'm guessing a couple other things that he hasn't mentioned yet, right?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so for OMI right now, the utilities are you can do soft staking in your VeVe app, and you get 2 things for that. You get daily MCP points. You can use that to guarantee you certain drops, because certain drops a certain amount is allocated for MCP, a certain amount is for the rest. You will be able to use your MCP points for accessories. So if you have like a Superman, you'll be able to go and say like, hey, I want to buy my Superman hat, and it'll cost $2 worth of MCP points.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons to have it. And if you run out of MCP points, you can burn bronze tickets to get it. One of the other things that OMI gives you, if you hold it in the app, is it gives you X amount of bronze tickets every quarter. One of the other ways to be able to get that, if you don't want to wait each quarter in order to do your shopping, you will be able to go and take your OMI and buy some of these bronze tickets that OMI automatically burns. And then what happens is you can use those bronze tickets to buy more MCP points and use those MCP points to go in and buy all the accessories you want. You could buy belts, you buy hat, you'll be able to buy whatever. But the biggest utility is going to be the OMI to NFT. We're not 100% sure when that comes out. It's going to be anywhere from June to December at some point in the next X amount of months or X amount of weeks. And that's going to be a really big utility, having a token or a listing in the token. Because right now, what are Earth 2's cash out fees? Like 5%? Pretty small.
Wait, what was the question again?
What are Earth 2's cash out fees?
Actually, it's not that well, like cashing out Essence.
No, cashing out like if you have $1,000 in there, they take like $50, right?
Oh no, yeah, it's cheaper every time you if it's more money.
Oh,
but, yeah, so it gets significantly cheaper. It's like I think it's 5% or something crazy.
Okay, so yeah, so 5%. Yeah. If you cash out a VeVe right now, it's 10%.
Okay.
So what OMI's going to do is they're going to go, one, if you go in and you buy some collectibles, like, okay, yes, I give away my OMI because maybe I don't like it, because as you said, some people are selling their OMI for Essence.
Yeah.
What are people's incentive to go and buy it? What are some people's incentives to go and sell their collectibles? Everyone knows Superman, nobody knows OMI. You know, everybody knows Batman, nobody knows OMI. What are their incentives to do that? Well, like I said, you have 10% cash out fees on VeVe right now, but it costs nothing. It costs a couple of dollars in gas fee to transfer OMI. So if you have $10,000, or if you have a collectible worth $10,000, why would you go and sell it in gems to cash out when you could just sell for OMI, and then maybe some of the OMI gets burned, and then you can cash out, saving yourself like $100. Yep. Or if it's $1,000 or it's $10,000, you can save yourself. Like Miles Morales goes for like 10,000. You could save yourself $1,000. So I think a lot of people are going to be incentivized to use that OMI when that utility comes. I would say that right now the utilities between OMI and Essence are fairly equal. And they might stay that way because it seems like they're both building a lot of utility for that. You said that right? Where's the FUD? And even FUD means, dude, what's the craziest comment you've seen, whether it's on like Discord or on YouTube or X?
The craziest comment? That's a great question. I get a lot of random stuff. Sometimes I get really supportive and funny stuff. Sometimes I get a whole bunch of like toxic hate. But I think the toxic hate is pretty funny. I'm like, that's actually pretty funny.
No, I think one of my favorite ones, I think it was somebody saying like, Randy, your teeth are like M&Ms. They're all different colors, and each one is doing their own thing. And I was like, no, not the M&Ms.
There's sometimes like memes and stuff of us going around. I think also funny.
Have you had any issues with the Earth 2 site freezing? I guess Sleepy Diamond Ring says that it's happened, making his daily rating be not as ideal as he would like it.
I do hear that. I do hear it goes. It's slow at times.
It could be a good thing.
I think that's
that means you have a lot of users on it. It wouldn't be slow if you only had like 1,000 users. But so maybe we don't have 150,000. Maybe we have like 200,000, 250,000.
Yeah. Especially with the crypto that came out. Like now we actually have this. We're accredited. We're a real crypto company. Before it was we're a crypto company, but we don't have any crypto yet. So we're fake. We're a scam. Or whatever we really want to say. Like now we actually have a legit crypto. So now we're a legitimate crypto gaming company. So I think more people are coming in from other crypto games into Earth 2, and the website can only take so much. So that's why it's slow. So we'll see. Oh,
so it was Eastern Oregon trying to join Idaho. Okay, that's what's happening. That was going on. We're talking about that like a half hour ago. But... Sorry, I'm so behind on comments. You did not miss the Essence chat. We're right here. And I'm back with Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah, so gaming.
Yep.
Obviously, that drone video game is going to go pretty hard. Is there any timelines on when that drone video game is happening?
That's a great question. No, I don't know in time frames. I heard that he wants to either make it standalone and Ur2 or just Ur2, but they haven't made a decision yet. But that was a long time ago, so I don't know what they're doing now.
Yeah. So have you ever played Illuvium?
I have. Well, I followed it. I don't think I actually played it. I actually owned the land in Illuvium at one point, but I sold it for something else. I don't know.
I like Illuvium. I have a decent amount of their tokens. I'm going to get a lot more. I mean, everything's down today. It's just a big red day in the market. I think Dfinity is like the only thing that's keeping up, but I think both OMI and Essence are down like 7-8% today. I think Illuvium's down X amount of, again, the whole market is. Flow, another one of my big positions,
Yep.
is really it's down like 8% today. I feel like I've lost a good like $50,000 today with everything, which is fine. It's fine. It happens.
Man, the crypto went straight down after the Roaring Kitty live stream.
I wonder why.
I mean, the whole entire market did actually. Stocks, crypto, everything.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah, it's down like 38% today. GME. Let's go, Lone Wolves. Don't go to Moon, please. Not yet. So yeah. I wanted. Ideally, I would like this to stay down here like another month or two, Earth 2, or just the whole market. I could just accumulate more. The fund that I have right now is relatively small, but it will get insanely big when I go to India. I have the Princeman vendor that I'll go to see. He may or may not come in the fund. Even if he does, it'll likely just be like, what's it called? Like his memorandum. Like, oh, it's like here's 100,000, and I'll work for him, or I'll work it for him. But that'll just be like so that everyone else in India sees that I have a prince for me, and they'll just give me like tens of millions. For Illuvium, or I guess any Web3 gaming, have you played one that you think could be like a AAA rated game?
For crypto gaming, I think obviously my number one is Ur2 because two reasons. One, it looks gorgeous and it's incredible, and two, the CEO just does not stop. That dude's a machine. Never sleeps. Just constantly works.
He's aged. Like this has aged him. It would age anyone. Military. I feel like Patrick. Like we used to be the beautiful people.
Yeah.
And then the Accelerated Aging Club got us.
But besides that, I do like the community of Wild World. I met the owners. I've played the game. I've seen the community, and it looks pretty cool. And they have like a shooting game coming out too. So if I have to pick like
number
two, yeah, they do.
Wait, they have a shoot. Oh my God, what is this?
You have an FPS game part FPS game coming from Wild World. Right now, it's just a racing game. But yeah,
for Earth 2?
No, not for Earth 2, for Wild World.
Oh, okay.
Another crypto game. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
But they do have shooting. They do have shooting in Earth 2 because I was doing that at San Francisco.
Oh yeah.
I was shooting little things. I know.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Yep.
Tell us about the shooting game and tell us about the experience with Meet and Shane and all that.
It was awesome. Yeah, when I went to GDC 2024, last minute hopped on a plane, and then I was out there within like 6 hours of my decision or something like that, straight on a plane. And that was pretty nuts. And when we got there, it was a great time. I already knew that he was a good dude, good, solid, genuine dude.
Yeah.
I guess that's one of my strengths. I guess I can see the character of somebody within like an hour. Some people suck at meeting people. Like, oh, you know that term? Like, I know how to pick them. Yeah. Well, I'm the opposite of that. I do know how to pick them. And I just knew he was a good guy. So I went to San Francisco, and I didn't see him at first, and I was standing around or something. And then he saw me and came out to me and, hey, how are you? So I'm like, who does that? That's a great guy. I probably gave you tons of stress with my YouTube channel and other stuff, and he's still my best friend.
Well, I mean, we were the only ones, like that meme I sent you the other day, where it's like Arya and then like all the and you had the sword.
Yeah.
We were the only ones, I think, that were active during that big FUD campaign. I think everyone else at that point had left.
Yep.
E2 Meta had left. The show who's the show with the two guys that were on Twitch?
Shameless.
Yeah, nameless, and they had left. I don't think Pacey had started making videos yet.
Yeah.
I think Pacey came later, so it was just us holding down the fort for like a good solid year, maybe two. And
it was me just trolling them back.
Yeah, you could buy Essence on ETH via Coinbase wallet. That's how I could do it. Yeah, Uniswap. I mean, that's great. That's amazing. Roger, Mickey Mouse. Oh, is that people are so crazy?
Omi's done for. Gonna come over. All you OMI people watching right now, just come on to Earth 2. I
wonder what. So me being positive on Earth 2, look, dude, I have so many haters. I think me being positive on Earth 2 might actually be a negative, because people will be like, "Oh, Randy, Omi's not looking good. Why would I believe you on Essence?" So maybe I should just calm down on the Essence stock. But it's just these prices are so juicy. These prices are just, oh God, I would, I can't wait to buy so much. Obviously, I don't think any of which will go into that wallet. Dude, the people that like. You've made it when people track your wallet or one of your wallets.
Yeah.
On the X, I have not. I've tried to get like subscriptions. I've tried to like monetize it. They like don't get back to me though. Have you tried? And I know people with like less followers and less interaction, they get it. I don't know what it is with me. Have you gotten monetized there yet?
X is so confusing. I don't know either, because I think we're even in like traffic volume and stuff on our posts.
Nice.
On X. But yeah, I'm not monetized either. And then all of a sudden somebody who has like 153 followers, I just made $1,600 this week in X revenue. I'm like, what? I don't understand. I don't get it. So I'm trying to figure it out.
Donkey, I mean, we're saying Essence, you use Essence to create droids for rating. So yeah, that's another utility that I didn't mention before. So so E2 actually has one more utility for their stuff than VeVe has for OMI right now. So
I'm just saying, for Essence and Earth 2 and the quality and everything that's coming in, and it's only at a $38 million market cap.
Yeah,
it's almost like common sense at the point that it's going to 10x, 100x, like. So it gets to like a real volume of what it's a fair value of what it really is. Oh my God.
Yeah.
These prices are
this will likely have 100 million in volume every day when it takes off. Might be hundreds of millions. Now we only have like 200,000 the last day. So does that mean the price, just because the volume 50x's right away, does that mean the price 50x's right away? No, but will it 10x right away to like $1? Probably. And then it'll find where it's trading at before the next leg up, and then because there's not a lot of it is locked up. There's not a lot of liquidity. So somebody, like I said, somebody wants to put 100,000 in, they're going to have to be sitting there for a while, and that's relatively low numbers compared to how many people are going to want in. And most people, you'll have two different groups of people. You have people that will want it so they can play the game and they can become a beast, in that community. And then you'll have some that won't care about the game. They'll just buy it because they know it's undervalued, and then they'll go and they'll hodl. And and just more of that will be locked up. So you might see a bit of a squeeze at some point.
It's actually crazy how stable Essence is right now at like 10, 11, 12 cents. Like I was expecting, 10 cents and then $1.20 and then 6 cents and then $5 and then back down to 12 cents, like something crazy like that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get that at some point. Like, so yeah, the volumes on this. Imagine, so when it reaches $1, I mean, there'll be days when it doesn't just go up or down by 1 or 2 cents. There'll be days where it goes up by like $1 or $2.
Yeah.
What will go through your mind when you're gaining like 7 figures a day in like your network?
I'm probably going ballistic on YouTube, and I'll turn into the next Roaring Kitty, because I'll have 600,000 million people follow me, and I'll just be trolling America.
America. Can you like make a rap? Can you make like a Earth 2 rap?
I should.
Who is that dude
There's a lot of
that put us in his music song? He's like meow meow Randy. He's like a British guy, right?
I think that's his name, right? British guy. I don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What happens to the OMI once it's spent on the collectible in the near future? Well, there'll be the cross trade where if, let's say, I have something, let's say I want to sell Arya Gold logo, it's like $4,500. He'll give me $4,500 worth of OMI, and maybe he has to pay, I don't know, $4,600 worth to use the OMI, and then $100 of that burns, and then, well, I get it, minus fees, and then I just cash out. So the burn, I think, will likely have to come from the buyer, because the seller has already a lot of fees to deal with. And I think if the seller goes and does it unwillingly, burns, I think that's a security. But if the buyer goes and chooses to actively burn their stuff, that's not a security. So this is the stuff that like Shane would have to deal with Essence as well on certain utilities. That's why this took so long. But currently that's what happens. We're now too legit. Yeah. Have we had any FUD videos for Earth 2 in the last year?
No, we don't. I think I've seen one FUD video which didn't get any traffic, but it's like a month old. I'm like, oh look, finally another one. But yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares about the FUD anymore because they know it's a legitimate project.
The two companies measure active wallets different. The active wallet on Earth 2, I think you just have to do. I think even just claiming Essence or claiming jewels makes you an active wallet. You don't even have to buy a property or raid. I think you just have to do something within the app. For VeVe, though, I think it counts as a trade where you have to go in and whether it's buy or sell something. I don't know if it counts if you just sign in. But I know the way that Immutable X and tracking wallets, people are like, oh, yeah, we only had 400 or 800 new people sign up since the Blackpink announcement. That is false. That is 800 new people that have bought a collectible. The amount of actual signups is much more than that. So yeah, it's good to get that info out there. Thanks for the question.
Definitely. What
did you say? Yeah.
I think I got a comment the other day or something. You can't even pull out your Essence or something like that. I'm like, no, it's just a straight up wrong comment. You can.
Everyone, because I believe the site gets slow because of the automation of rating. I think it's turned over at the same time every night, and the system's processing too many bot addresses. Oh, okay, that might make sense. Yeah. Jamie was halted 6 times today. Yeah. On Kitty stream while he showed his positions on the exchanges. Oh my god.
I tweeted, going back up my tweet on X where I said, Rowan Kitty, come over to Earth 2 and do your stuff here. Crypto doesn't get halted. We're not the stock market.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he would make a killing in crypto if he just picked some projects that once people find out he's in it, it's over. We'll have shooting game collect. Oh, a shooting game collect? That'd be so dope to collect it. I thought it was just like a.
I think I have that on my live stream where I was shooting stuff to collect Essence and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Guidebook Gaming. Yeah, that was their name.
Yep.
These guys are raiders. I know Randy is a decent. Yeah, people raid me every day. It's like I just have to sit there and take it.
All you gotta do is just log in every day and collect your Essence.
Or 2v1 pre-alpha release, good visuals, fun play rounds. It doesn't have great gameplay yet. Do you think it will cause issues to the community's trust in future development, or would it be best to hold back E2v1 release until they have a fun multiplayer game, even if it takes another year? I think that question's for you.
I think they'll release it where the experts or executive team, the team, whatever, the developers, I think even these 3.5 years now, they're pretty smart on what they're doing. So whatever they release with, I trust that that would do well because they've been at this for a few years now.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It says, Arya, why not rating? You could double Essence.
I don't know if
I don't know if you could double the Essence. Yeah.
I've tried rating actually. And I would set up a few things, and then I would get I don't know, six ether or something, and I'll get 2 Essence. I'm like, this is kind of that's a waste of time for me. It's not a waste of time for a smaller account, but it's kind of a waste of time for me.
Yeah.
But then again, it would just be free essence at one point. So I'm probably
Well,
wrong.
what's your time worth?
Yeah, I should be rating.
Yeah. I mean, let's say, I don't know, if someone were to ask you like, hey, how much to go on like a Zoom call for an hour, what would you charge for that? Like 200 to 50?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
So, I
it's
mean,
because
if you can go on and make, $300 an hour while rating, then yeah, YOLO, do it. But if it's going to be like, hey, the amount of essence that it would convert into is actually going to be like $8 for the hour,
yeah.
it's not really worth it.
But like Austin with Aussie one, he says he three X his daily essence. So hey, that's so that's a definitely good thing. I know Predict does it, and she has tons, and she raids.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should you should look up that meme coin. It's
Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate has a meme coin out apparently, and
And he burned 11 million worth.
it's Andrew N word slang bad word.
Dude, the tweet he made
Yeah,
after Trump got convicted and is like, I'm donating 200,000 to my N Trump, and he used the hard R. He
that's where it is.
straight up, and I was like, that is wild. Dude, I
guess
mean,
he's half black or something. I don't know.
he had the what?
I think he's half black. Tate.
I don't know. Either way, hard R is wild.
I know.
Yeah, man. I've seen some of his videos on like TikTok, and it's like, this is what'll happen. What me and my brother will do. We'll do 100 push-ups. We'll do 100 squats, and then we'll go back and forth until they reach like 1,000, but after like 500, they're allowed to start drinking wine, and after like 800, they're allowed to like start smoking cigars. And I was like, oh my god, that is. Imagine like starting drinking wine after you've done already 500 squats. Now, granted, it's not weighted squats; it's just body squats, but still, it's a lot of repetitions. Yeah, he's a wild one. He's actually, so there's this guy, Dr. Rashid Al Farooq. He's been on the podcast. Actually, good friends with Andrew Tate. They both like comics. I think they're doing stuff with crypto as well. He like was texting him during my show. I think he was in jail at the time too. What are your opinions on Andrew Tate, his crypto, his brother, his views?
See, I'm kind of like a troll at heart. I mean, I think people kind of realize that after you know me for the last year, 3 years, something like that. And so I kind of just I just invest, and I just like the SHIT post, have a good time. And then, and so maybe I can see the sarcastic nature of what he does. So I think it's kind of funny. Some of the stuff he does is way out over the line, and I wouldn't do that. So I can understand why you hate him. And there's a lot of stuff that he does say that is over the line. But it's just the satirical side of him, I think it's pretty funny. So some of the stuff he does, like today, I'm like, what's this guy doing? It just makes me laugh.
He does make me laugh. I honestly I think most of what he says is actually good. It's like, be loyal, defend your friends like brothers if you don't have one. Get strong, work out, make money, be good to your woman, be a protector for your woman. I was like, that. I think most of what he says is really obviously some of what he says it in like a really arrogant way, and some people don't like that, which is fine. But yeah.
He said something where he was like, yeah, you know what? I like high blood pressure because it shows me that my blood is surging through my veins. And people got mad at them. Like, he's clearly joking.
R2 in the know. Try moving your microphone. Scam2 is your E2 legal team. Oh, yeah. E2's probably got a beast legal team now after fighting off all these scam tubers for years. Good shot. But as on Coinbase, you have to get the extension wallet called Coinbase Wallet. Just have some ETH on there and swap the ETH for ESS, and that's it. 800 is legit. Everyone received free airdrop, which shows they own something. I don't know what the 800 new users for VeVe, maybe. Yeah, I think that was it. We're getting to the end here. We only got a couple more comments here. Anything you want to go over that we missed?
I think we're good. Definitely make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Smash the like button. I do come out with lives, random videos, and then I would probably go to different things. Like if Earth 2 or Shane is always, if they're at somewhere, even internationally, if he's at some conference or something, I would probably fly there just because I love that much. And I'm here for the Earth 2 community. So if it's in Istanbul or UK or South Korea, yeah, I'll be there too.
Nice. Let's talk off camera for a minute as well.
Yeah.
Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi.